For a lot of people, the central question in this case was whether or not Congress could force you to buy a product, here insurance, from a private company. And today the court said Congress didn't have that kind of power. So while they upheld the law, they still imposed significant restrictions on what Congress can do going forward. Opponents cheered when they first heard the court ruled Congress went too far when it ordered people to buy insurance or pay a penalty. 5 of the justices, Chief Justice John Roberts and the court's 4 conservatives, agreed Congress could not order people to buy something like private health insurance. That was something Congress had never before done. The Obama administration had argued Congress could require insurance as part of its broad power to regulate commerce, but Roberts and the conservatives disagreed. Wrote Roberts, under the government's logic, that authorizes Congress to use its commerce power to compel citizens to act as the government would have them act. But that was only the first part of Roberts' decision. Outside the courtroom, the mood quickly changed when it became clear that a different lineup of justices had concluded Congress could require insurance by taxing people who didn't have it. As Roberts explained, the federal government does not have the power to order people to buy health insurance. The federal government does have the power to impose a tax on those without health insurance. On that key last point, Roberts parted ways with conservatives and joined the court's liberals to uphold the bulk of the health care law. The court based its decision on a theory that no lower court had accepted and supporters of the law thought was a long shot. Congress had authority to pass the individual mandate as a result of its constitutional power to lay and collect taxes. The health care law goes to great lengths to call the mandate a penalty, not a tax. But the justices said it functioned as one just the same and therefore it was constitutional. Because the Constitution permits such a tax, it is not our role to forbid it or to pass upon its wisdom or fairness. Justices Antonin Scalia, Anthony Kennedy, Clarence Thomas, and Samuel Alito issued an unusual joint dissent, united in opposition. They said the law should be invalidated in its entirety under any constitutional provision. In a 65-page dissent, they repeatedly said the law exceeds federal power and accused the court of vast judicial overreaching to uphold the mandate as a tax and contrary to the specific words in the health care law. To say that the individual mandate merely imposes a tax is not to interpret this statute, but to rewrite it. Now, Justice Kennedy read aloud parts of that dissent from the bench. And Scott, going into this decision today, many people thought if the court were going to uphold most of this law, it would be Justice Kennedy providing that key decisive vote. But today, Justice Kennedy was the conservative, and it was John Roberts giving that 5th vote with the liberals to uphold the president's signature achievement.
A day for the history books. Jan, thanks very much.